should be candidate for Rep. James Salensa Deba. Deba turned us down, saying he is not passionate about debate. He therefore will not be here. He wanted a one-on-one. We don't do one-on-one. We rejected his request and will reject as many people as possible in this country. Thank you. He therefore is not here. Rahel Musufode. Rahel, you dancing yellow, your people who are dancing over there. You ready?
I'm ready.
I got you. Wait for my moment. Wow.
Leave it, let it stay.
Wait for me. Wait for your time. Relax, cool the speed. All right, so let's clock in your 5 minutes so that you can have your day. If you're ready, tell me that you're ready. Are you ready? Let me hear you on the mic. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. There's your time.
My people, are your daughter, are your sister. Rahel Musu Fode. Forget about Rahel, that one that not Kolobo there. That a Musu, that a Fode, you can remember. Listen, I Pelham by tribe from Margibi County. I've been here in District 9 for over 10 years, in and out. My Kolobo not too and hand. You understand it? But that because I've been traveling. All the traveling I've been traveling are for y'all. That for me to take the international connections and international intellect and bring it back to y'all. I'm here for y'all as the people. You get plenty of people that been here speaking Kolobo, lying to y'all. I'll not lie to you. The English I can speak, y'all just gotta understand me. I can understand y'all, but you gotta make that shit work. That's step 1. Step 2. When it comes to what's going on in the country, in the district right now. Wait, in the district right now, our district has been abandoned. It's very unfortunate that we have had a death within the district. That's the reason why I say our district is abandoned. Our Muna Pelham has gone. I am the Musu Muna reincarnated. I'm back, baby. I'm back. And I'm here to help you guys. I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere. I've been here. I will be here. Regardless of what anybody says. Regardless of what anyone does. When it comes to politics, people say you should be lying to the people. Liberians like lies. I will not lie to you. Immediately when you start running campaign, they'll say, oh, my road broke, my bridge is broken. No, I'm not a construction company. I'm not building a road. I'm not building a bridge. But what I will do for you when I get into the house, I will represent the district and the people and make sure that everything that is supposed to be here within the district, all the resources that comes from the ministries and the government, executive government, judiciary government gets here to our people. Everything that you're supposed to get, you will have it. I'm not getting into the government because I need government money. I have my own money. Tinted car, I get it. Convoy, I get it already. What I get, those of you who are here, y'all already know. We gonna spread on. Let's make it happen. Thank you.
Very well. Thank you. Okay. We told you no clapping. If you want to clap, you do like that. All right. Oh, I like you. Hear me here, hear your daughter here. Y'all know I've been with you here. The people come here, they line to you. They say they can speak simple English, don't mind them. Y'all know me. I'm Pelham. I'm from Margibi County. Y'all better watch out. Y'all vote for the right person than me. Yeah, me, you. Y'all talking about wanting money? Me, I got small already. That convoy, I got some cars. That you're here. I don't know whether she get a car. You're the one here. And I say, hey, I'm not there, Musu. Don't get there with me. Now, Musu there, a here believer, December the 8th. All right. Next. After Rahel Musu Fede should be Frank Safoko. He's of the Congress Coalition for Democratic Change or Coalition Congress for Democratic Change. We've been talking all week, lecturing fine. The day to the debate, then my man called me. I haven't rallied. My party said they're coming there tomorrow. I can't come there. But you're not paying, so we're the one paying. In fact, you're reducing the cost. The money we're supposed to spend to the radio, you're reducing it. So thank you. Go hold your rally. So he takes the rally over the debate. He's not here. Next, Sivette Gibson, candidate for rep. Sivette Gibson. Thank you, Sivette. Thank you very much. Yeah. Which one you want? You want this? You're welcome to any, Sivette. You want it off the hook? Yeah. Put it to her level. Sivette Gibson is candidate for rep. All right, give the space so the people can look at their candidate. They won't want them to stand here. So when they're voting, they can know who they're voting for. Sivette, we will be given. And I'd like to tell you that Rahel Musufode saved 2 minutes and 35 seconds. She didn't talk long. So it's Sivette's time. Let's clock in your 5 minutes, Sivette, so you can begin going. If you're ready, let me know. All right, so Sivette Gibson is rolling at 5-0. Thank you.
Residents of District Number 9, fellow Liberians, it is with great pleasure and privilege to be one of the candidates contesting the seat of District Number 9 as your representative. I was born into a family that lived in the district for more than 53 years. My mother is a humanitarian who has contributed immensely to the fight and the struggles of the deprived, vulnerable, and underserved population in the country. It is with profound gladness that I was groomed by such wonderful parents who taught me to love my country unconditionally, respect mankind, appreciate different cultures and ethnicities. My parents and I shared a philosophy, and that is, Liberia will rise and shine again. Africa at large. We as Liberians have always set the records to lead, and we will continue to be the star on the continent of Africa. Today, I am here to present my agenda, our agenda. This agenda tells you why you should choose me as your candidate to serve and represent the district for an initial 2-year term. Based on my performance when elected, I assure you that you will overwhelmingly vote me in 2023. We currently are in a very, very pivotal time in our country and the world at large. I cannot further emphasize how important it is that you choose me as your representative during this and the next elections. As an individual, I humbly worked diligently at the Monrovia City Corporation, ensuring that our country's municipal policies were adhered to encouraged friendly investments and donor support for projects that some of you have benefited from directly and indirectly. Competently, I was promoted to the Painesville City as the city mayor and served for 5 years. During my tenure, I spearheaded the creation of 2 parks, which were designed to improve the activities of young people and the elderly in the city of Painesville. These parks are used even to today's date by residents in the municipality for wedding photos and much more. My office also created the first waste management project ever in the city of Painesville, which was manned by young people and created numerous jobs for the young people in the municipality. This was due to my relationship with the city of Istanbul, Turkey. We contracted and rehabilitated and employed 100 young people who were either on drugs or prostituting. Today, those disenfranchised and marginalized youth are in the employ of the city corporation and are contributing positively to the national quota of our nation. We provided vacation jobs to students, empowered women through skills training and entrepreneurial infusion. We also established science fairs, which is all STEM for our young people. The city of Painesville has 5 electoral districts, which comprises of 5 representatives, respectively of a population of over 400,000 residents. As head of the corporation, I ensured proper management and equal distribution of services throughout the municipality. Our office, I say office, because as your representative, the office belongs to all of us. It will create an opportunity for the entire district to participate in our representation. We will create an opening for vocational training for youth. Hello? Mentorship programs, employment opportunities, and much more for residents in District Number 9. Our office will also establish a mobile clinic to ensure that residents have access to good health care. I want to tell you that I am the most viable candidate that you have here on the floor because I have experience, knowledge, and I have delivered to the Liberian people before. I say thank you and God bless you.
Right on time, 7 seconds saved by Sylvette Gibson. Now, I am a born resident of this community. Hello, the hall is noisy. Man in the yellow. Hello. Gentlemen right here, these guys behind you. You got to listen now, please. Sylvette Gibson, I was born here. My parents have been here for 52 years. I know this place. I have lived doing development. All right, so Sylvette Gibson, I was born here and I know what to do. I am therefore the right person. I became mayor of Painesville. That is my example. Please let the woman go. I therefore believe that I am the right person. I've done major programs in Painesville. I will bring those programs here. watching my past, I will imagine that I am the most valuable, most vibrant candidate in the race. Vote for me, Sylvia Gibson. Next, candidate for Rep, Fubi Franklin Arma Henrys. Fubi Henrys. Fubi, when you are ready, let us know. You're set to go. Fubi, if you're set to go, your time is rolling now.
Firstly, we say good afternoon to everybody, and I'm Fubi Franklin Arma Henrys, the most talked about in District Number 9, born 1979, December 24th. And I got a bachelor's degree in accounting for the State of Maryland Polytechnic, cum laude, and I've had over 14 years of work experience. Also, the Labraco Global Bottling Company, where I managed a budget of over $15 million as the finance manager before I resigned. I've remained the most consistent voice, and I've contested 2 elections. 2011, I contested, that was my debut, and 2017, I contested. I came second on the ANC ticket, and 2020, I am number 6 on the ballot paper, contesting on the collaborating political parties ticket, the CPP. And you can rest assured that the most consistent voice, the most tested voice in District Number 9 politics is Fubi Franklin Arma Henrys.
Hello, 1 minute, please. Take that to CPP headquarters. The man is speaking. Give him his chance.
The most consistent voice in District Number 9 politics is Fubi Franklin Arma Henrys. I have never been to the House, but I am the only candidate who has exhibited the 3 cardinal functions of a lawmaker. I have proposed about 6 bills to the House. I have opposed about 2 threatening bills that would have damaged this country's interests. I have also used the oversight responsibility over the years. I have remained the number 1 person who kept our late representative feet to the fire to see some basic developmental agenda going through the district. On that note, somebody said, the House for lawyers. The House not for lawyers. Our Constitution prescribes that the lawyers will interpret the laws that are made. So if you want to be a lawyer, go to the Supreme Court and interpret the law that will make at the Capitol building. Additionally, I have proposed the inclusion of vocational skills in grade schools. That's a bill that before the House. When our pension law was 28 years old, unamended, it took Fubi Henrys to petition the House to amend the pension law. And in February 2017, the law got amended for the first time after 28 years. Today, we all make noise of the issue of lawmaker salary, the huge increment in lawmaker salaries. I also raised about 10,400 signatures and petitioned the House to amend Article 36 to revoke the rights that our lawmakers have to pay themselves. And today, that bill is before the House for discussion. Also, I've also proposed for the establishment of an independent civil service. Today, we have a civil service that is merely controlled by the executive. And to have that amended, we need to activate the Civil Service Commission, one of the 3 autonomous public commissions that was established by our Constitution in 1986. Today, we have the General Auditing Commission functioning. Today, we have the National Election Commission functioning, but we don't have the Civil Service Commission functioning. So to have an independent civil service, we need the Civil Service Commission to function, and we close down the Civil Service Agency, where the executive will now have influence in controlling the Civil Service, the Board of Commissioners. Also today, the most talked about war and economic crimes code debate. I also braved the storm when everybody was afraid to challenge our House and the war laws in this country and petition the House to establish the war and economic crimes code. And today, that's the most sustained debate in our politics. Also, recently we petitioned the House to amend the same NASCO Act to activate the social welfare component. You go to Bamuma today, you see our grandmothers, our old grandfathers, the blind, the cripples, they are sitting there and begging under the rain, under the sun. We need a national welfare program to cater to them and take them from the street. Old age is not cursed. Also, our brothers we call the disadvantaged youth, the Zogos, they are in the ghettos. We also need a national rehabilitation program that will last for at least 2 years to give them the opportunity to be rehabilitated and also give them skills training so that when they return to society, they will be ready to impact their lives. Also, our persons with disability, we're also pushing to have our persons with disability, especially the blind students, attend all public schools and to also ensure inclusion of sign language programs in our different schools so that we can be able to communicate with our deaf brothers and sisters.
Former Henrys, I have been here. I don't need to tell you. The hall is noisy. I have been working with you. I am the most vibrant voice in this community. I talk for you every day all over the place. I have been proposing laws. I've been in the vanguard of activism. I am coming so that I can continue to do what I started. Oh, who said that? In fact, I am the candidate of the CPP. So a small bit of, but that's for their party and NEC to decide and not us. Two of you, you'll take that into CPP headquarters. Not here. So, Nick gave up. Hey! So, we have raised the thing so we can hear that man. Raise it good. So today, Henry says, as far as he's concerned, he's the man to lead. He says a house is not only for lawyers. So somebody saying the house is for lawyers is not true. So he's the man. If you believe him, December 8th, the vote is in your hands. Next is candidate for rep, independent candidate, Edmund K.P.P. Lloyd. Thank you, Edmund. Edmund K.P.P. Lloyd will take the podium. No chopping. Thank you. Edmund K.P.P. Lloyd has arrived. Edmund, when you're ready, we're clocking in your 5 minutes.
1, 2, 1, 2.
All right. If you are ready, let us know. Are you ready?
Go.
Good. Please answer us.
Distinguished listening audience, this is an opportunity that I've long waited for thousands of people to listen to my voice so I can speak senses into our minds as Liberians. My name is Edmund Lloyd. I am a multi-dimensional scholar. I am an engineer by profession. I have a master's degree in engineering. I'm also an architect, and I'm also an urban planner. I am also an entrepreneur who have established successfully a business that is contributing to the development of our country. If you look around you in the political space, There are too many lies, there are too many recycled politicians. They usually come in during elections period to give you political rhetoric. They usually come to give you stories so they can get your votes. If you can agree with me, your existing political parties, your collaborations, you see that there are serious discrepancy because of the fact that they are greedy for power. And this is not the way we should go. Our nation deserves the better leadership. In this country, if we, the young people, make up more than 60% of the population, should we say that be spectators in our economy? No. We must be part of decision-making processes to contribute to the development of this country. For long, our young people have sat on the fence and have become spectators because they are afraid that when they take part in politics, they will die. They are afraid that when they make sound decisions in our country, they will be wanted. But I have come to tell you today that the young people have a voice. My brothers and sisters are in the streets today, that are disadvantaged that you call Zogos today. We have good news for them. We want to tell them that in the first 1 or 2 years when we are elected, we are going to create an avenue for them to go to technical and vocational education. They have lost their taste in their society because the government have no avenue to incorporate them into the society. They have lost their taste because there is no enabling environment to empower them. But we have come to give them hope that they will leave the streets and go get technical and vocational education. Today we have a zoning law that was enacted since 1957-58 by the legislature. It is obsolete. That's why our city is all growing haphazardly. But I have come as an urban planner. I will propose bills and laws to reaffirm that our zoning laws are reconstructed in a manner that will suit the present reality of our people. Today, all of the communities that we have, that we live in, they are not structurally sound because we have been opening our hands and waiting for help to come from above. But we have a solution. As a community at a local level, there are too many things you can contribute by yourself instead of waiting for government to do them for you. We have come to let you know that we will empower you at the local level so that you make the right decisions. We will make sure that District number 9 will have a district constitution mandating all of the communities to regularly have elections and easily organize their challenges at the local level and found workable and innovative solutions in achieving their dreams. And I've seen in our air, there are too many wretches. I have come to tell you that our district has been dismantled. Our district has been very scattered for the past years. Edmond Lord is well prepared. He's well prepared to articulate. He's well prepared technically to lead the people of District number 9. I do not come as a politician. I came as a lawmaker material. The reason is very simple. I'm a technocrat. When you elect a technocrat, he knows the right policy in the interest of the people. When you elect a politician, you do project to score political score. That's the reason why you have had recycled politicians in our society. But as a technician, I understand the nature created of my community. And I know what needs to be done. I know the boats and knots are scattered. Our district needs transformation. I have come as a mechanic. The mechanic who understands the nature created of the right policy that will be made. I have come to school. I have come to reassemble those boats and knots that have been missing from our district. And I will assure you that the young people who are in majority that if you support me in this election, I'm going to make you proud. Forget about this recycled politician and our political collaboration. And let's move this nation forward. Thank you.
Thank you. No clapping was said. Thank you. MNKPP Lloyd. We were praising you. Now your people are fighting outside for nothing. Hey, my man. We're praising you. Your people are outside throwing stones. It's not good. Let's be peaceful. This thing will go on the radio. You will listen. Liberian people, everybody can get one thing at the same time. There's time for everybody in this world. All right, Amen. Amen say, Lord, I have come not as a politician, the normal recycled. I'm a young man. In fact, I'm not a politician, and I'm an engineer. I bring a new dimension. There are those who think young people should not be in power. In fact, we got to stake to the future. We should be. You need engineers, you need technicians, technocrats at the legislature. I put myself forth at a young age and very competent, being the engineer I am. I am vibrant. I want you to vote for me. He saved 8 seconds of his time. If you think what he's saying are true, there he is, December the 8th. Last but not the least is Sir Roberts. Sir Roberts is coming forth. Thank you, sir. When you reach, you let me know, sir. When you reach, you let us know. Sir, are you ready?
Sure.
You're surely ready.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sir Roberts, if you're ready, let's clock in your 5 minutes real quick so that you can begin. All right, sir, your time is rolling, beginning now.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm grateful to the organizers of this program. My name is Sir Robert, a 25 years resident of District Number 9. And I am married with 4 kids. And I hold a bachelor degree in information technology and a diploma in sports science. I am a successful entrepreneur of District Number 9. And I'm also the president of Liberia National Cycling Federation. And I am an executive committee member of Liberia National Olympic Committee. And I am the highest when it comes to real estate investor in District Number 9. I am one of the influential persons in District Number 9 when it comes to youth. I am a master trainer on Mexico Vocational Training Program, and I am a country director of Lab Center for Youth Development and Empowerment. So I am here to present my case to you. I have struggled a lot to reach this far without assistance, only because of the grace of God. This is why I am here. I know your plight. I know how it feels. I am a mechanic by birth, but again, I had to do IT because there wasn't any school in Liberia that could give me a degree in mechanism. So I am a versatile person. I am a fixer. I diagnose problems and try to solve them. This is why I am here. We have been seeing politicians running all over the place, making their cases, nothing changed. Liberia is not okay. Who do we use to represent us? You have to use a guy like me that understands the problem of our district. There are so many problems. There is under-representation. I mean, there are missing assets of District Number 9. We want to know where they are. I have few things for you in my agenda, but again, we will be discussing them later. So, but my question to you is, help me, help you. What do I mean by that? I have to be seated in the driver's seat to be able to give to you what you want. I'm going to be making laws for you, but I want to know the active laws that we have now and the inactive laws. What are those laws that we downplay? How our budget is passed. I'm a federation president. Why are we not receiving allotments? The Youth and Sport Ministry right now is dormant. We hardly see sports operating, and not every member of your country or citizen of your country are going to be benefiting from academic high profile. We want to know what's happening with sports. We want to know what's happening in our technical areas. So since I'm a mechanic and a master trainer on Mexico vocational training program, I'm going to be pushing for you technology. I'm also going to be pushing for you vocational training, all diversities. In all disciplines. So, what platform am I going to give you? I have so many items on my platform, but as we go down the road, I'm going to explain in depth to you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Serving 1 minute and 17 seconds of his time. Robert, Sir Robert. So, Sir Roberts, I am a born mechanic. Yeah. And that has given me godly blessing to own the highest amount of real estate property in this district. You live here. You know the man. I don't know him. And my first time seeing that man. Right? But y'all know the man. I own all this. I know how to fix things. Mechanics fix cars. I want to fix this district. I'm able to do it. Don't mind the old politicians that can't talk. They say we are facing the old cars. I will fix this place. I am the man. What you put your hair up for? Oh. All right, I thought you want to talk something. Oh, you're throwing sand. If I knew, I would not want to put the people up there. Anyway, so our man, sir, believes he can fix up this district because he's a mechanic man. He has the means. By extension, the man is wealthy. All right? That's how they. If you agree with him, December 8th coming, huh? Now, segment number 3. This one is trending issues, and we will start in reverse. Sir was the last man. He will be the first man. Sir, come back to the podium. Thank you. On this segment, you got another 5 minutes, and you and us will be talking once that machine sounds, you're finished. So let's enter your 5 minutes real quick. Yes. I like this. So I'm going to clock in our 5 minutes now so that we start. Thank you. All right. You say what? You got? Please, man, the man name on the list, man. Please give us a chance. Thank you. You what? So give me an opportunity. I am the moderator. Don't control here. He speaks, you come and speak. Listen to us. You are coming in numbers. Just follow the chat. Thank you. All right. Sir, issue number 1. They've interfered with your time already. We're going to put you back on. Yes. Right? Sir, your 5 minutes will roll. We're starting all over. So, issue number 1. Remembering the legacy of the deceased Munam Pelham. Would you imagine us doing that? How would you want us to do it? Thank you.
Again, I'm so sorry for the death of our late honorable.
Right.
And I sympathize with the district. So I know that the late honorable used to be very influential. She was the youngest female lawmaker in Liberia. And I know and remember how active and vocal she was. And when it comes to development, I know how far she went. So I want to start from there, from where she stopped. There are so many other things she did, but again, because of time, I'm not going to explain all. But for example, she built the market down 24th Street. It is incomplete. I have decided to build a warehouse to stop and avoid our mothers who told their lords their markets on their heads from the 24th Street to 20th Street and 25th Street and all over the place. So that's one of my projects, and it is at the 11th hour of completion. Again, I visited a community opposite the, right behind the funeral home, the Bidel funeral home. I saw an incomplete bridge. I'm about to begin the completion of that bridge. It has been highlighted by my team. And I went to Fanti Town. I also saw a makeshift toilet, which I wanted to reconstruct, but again, there was a confusion, so I got a new site, and just completed the construction of that toilet. So it's not only about constructing structures, but again, since I'm a vocational trainer, I'm going to be making sure that we activate the school she just constructed before her death.
All right, so next, thank you on that. Next point, the national referendum. This is national. It's coming up. Dual citizenship reduction. In fact, what do you think about the national referendum?
Yeah, referendum is a good thing because we make changes, and we make changes for the good. No one wants to change a law, an existing law, to go backwards because we want to go forward. But we want to know understand the objective of this referendum. So because of the lack of sufficient civic education, I want to say that we pause there for now until we can understand, because whatever you want to do, there should be a motive. We want to know the motives. What are the motives? So I'm not going to dive in deeper into the referendum, but again, few pieces in the referendum are good. So like the reduction of the tenures, I want to know why it should leave from 6 to 5. Not 6 to 4. I want to understand more. I also want to know why we are only discussing citizenship or born natural citizen of Liberia when it comes to dual citizenship. What happens to those that were born out that want to come back? I want to understand the perimeter. So thank you very much.
Generally, you do not believe in the referendum as it stands.
For now.
All right, your priority issue in 100 days. Number one, only one thing. Unity. Yeah. Thank you. Next point. Let's come to the issue of rape. What do you think about rape?
According to our law, our current law, rape law, there are 3 degrees. And the 3 degrees are placed on a felony. So we also, but again, we just don't want to grab somebody because he's been accused and sentence him, or do whatever. We want to investigate, get to know what really happened and which degree it falls in, then we can find a penalty. But again, where I see you have whether he should be sentenced for life imprisonment or whether he should be executed, those are not things that we need to talk about. I will want to support the current rape law.
So let's talk about the growing wave of crime, use of drugs, and we are experiencing that with a lot of noise from the young people. What will you do?
Okay, I'm a master vocational trainer. You see guys moving around taking drugs because they are less basic. We want to make sure we erect some laws that will try to erect vocational training skills or system in our school. I went to Germany and I noticed that they have 2 system of learning. After high school, you either choose vocational training, a trade, or university.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, you heard him. Next will be Emon KK Lloyd on the trending issues today. Emon KK Lloyd, the sweet part coming, don't worry. Emon Lloyd, are you there? Let's clock in our 5 minutes together so that we can begin. Oh, I'm putting 6 minutes for you. All right. Emoloy, our time is rolling on trending issues from 5 to 0. Give me your thought about Liberia coming face to face with its war past. Would you go for war crimes court or what?
Definitely yes. I will go for war crimes court.
All right.
The reason is very simple. Those that committed crimes against humanity, those that committed heinous crimes against our people should be brought to justice.
Okay. Next point in reverse, rape, sexual-based violence in recent months was on the rampage. So what can you do? What will you do?
All right, so we need to amend the existing rape laws.
Okay.
And a few things I want to be injected in the existing rape law. One is the issue of setting up a special court to try rape cases. Because there are instances where inmates spend a lot of time in pre-trial detention. I was working on a project as an engineer in the Monrovia Central Prison, and I had an interview with few inmates. And I noticed that some of them have spent around 5 years, 6 years, and have never entered a courthouse. So we need to have an amendment where we will speedily try rape cases to give justice to those that are accused and even those that are affected by the trauma of the rape.
Next point will be the National Referendum. What do you think? And here are the issues now up for grabs. Citizenship, reduction of president to representative tenure. What do you think about all this? And the change of elections date and all.
I would like to throw light on the proposition that have to do with reducing the tenures of the president, the representatives, and the senators.
Yeah.
America, they have a very vibrant democracy. India, they have a very vibrant democracy. The leaders, the president, want to go for 4 years. Why is it that in a struggling, a poor country like ours, we will have presidents going for 6 years? We need serious-minded people to lead this country. So if you are elected the first 1 or 2 years, if you know you are doing nothing, it means you'll double up. But you have 1 6 years, so you realize if you have more time in your favor. I feel that we should go with the proposition, and even it should be reduced to 4 years instead of 5. But still, in our referendum that is proposed, it's at 5. So for the senatorial or the senators, they should be reduced to 7. Whereas the representative aspirants or elections be reduced to 5 as proposed. I think it's a good idea.
So the next point, do you remember Muna Pelham Youngblood? Did you know her?
Yes.
What do you think about her? What will be your work if you imagine remembering her memory here?
She was a good leader who motivated a lot of young people. And peace be to her ashes. Prior to her ascendancy as lawmaker, her predecessor, Dustin Wolokoli, he was very inefficient and he did nothing in the interest of the people of District Number 9. So when the late Honorable Mona Peno ascended to the position as a lawmaker, there are a series of activities, series of projects that she undertook. And I honestly believe that these are things that should be continued. Though there are some lapses which we want to build upon so that we will have a vibrant District Number 9. One of which I noticed was the coordination amongst community members, the coordination amongst the community leaders. So if I am the representative of District Number 9 today and I have all of the heads from all of the communities, I'm meeting them regularly, communicating with them, it's going to be very, very simple for me to easily send out information regarding our district to the people. Well, I found out that there was a problem with the coordination between the lawmaker office and that of the community leadership. And that's something that I want to work on.
The last issue you may be touching on electricity in this community, in this district.
Liberia is the only country you can go no current at all. I've traveled to too many areas, even in neighboring countries, you have current in Liberia. How can you have 21 communities and around 10 to 12 communities don't have current a whole year? My community does not have a current. So this is something that we will have to keep pushing and keep pushing our ideas so that the right laws will be made so that our people can benefit from the lives that they need in the community.
Thank you, Eman. So you heard Eman. The next person will be Phoebe Franklin Amar Henrys, candidate for Rep. District number 9. On trending issues of the day. Yes. When you reach, let us know, so we are clocking in the 5 minutes on trending issues. Here.
Set.
You're set to go. All right, we're clocking that in at this point. Phoebe, begin with the National Referendum. What are your thoughts?
Timing is wrong, and I think we shouldn't support it. We should vote no. No on the issue of change of election date, because that will be giving an excuse. Our government should focus on fixing the roads as opposed to finding an excuse not to have election during the rainy season. During the rainy season, we go to work. During the rainy season, we go to school. During the rainy season, we go and do all our daily activities. So voting during the rainy season should not be an excuse because of road accessibility. Government should own up to our responsibility to fix the road.
What would you do if you believe in the memory of Mona Youngblood?
There are two sides. For me, we were good friends. We always engaged, and I kept on engaged. But there are two sides to it. There are always the good and the bad. So for the good side, I remember her good interaction with the student community. I think that was the good stuff that we all should push, which myself I'm engaged in. Also, on the bad side, she prevented a lot of projects, and she also used a lot of sweet talks to get things passed by. Today, you see the Lakpasi Palava Hall is still undone because of our input. Today, you see the next day school that was promised several times to be taken up to high school level is still the same. Today, the Lakpasi market that was promised to be built is also still undone. Today, you see the bad roads in the district. There was no oversight. Today, the same issue with our communities with electricity, no oversight. So the lack of oversight is the negative aspect. I think that she didn't exert her oversight responsibility properly.
All right, so next point, electricity in this district is quite a problematic issue.
Yeah, electricity is a problem, and I'm the only candidate on record for holding LEC accountable to provide electricity to the district. Every now and then you hear me on the radio, I have highlighted several communities that have electricity issues. The last time when several transformers were down in Matadi, in Fiama, and Lakpasi, I went there and did my Facebook Live video to pressure LEC, and those transformers were replaced in 2019. And I've consistently done so. Recently, I also took a tour through the district, putting pressure on LEC back to remind the government of her role. And that way a lawmaker comes into oversight. You need to have a lawmaker that will use the oversight responsibility properly to put pressure on the executive to ensure that those things that the people lack are done. And I'm the only one on record to doing that in the district.
Talk about war crimes court vis-a-vis the war past of Liberia.
That's my baby. And like I said, I submitted a petition to the House May 8, 2018, calling for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code in Liberia. And I still stand by that, and that's one of the something I want to push to ensure that this country never go back to the war days. The killings that took place in the country should not have happened, where parents or husband and wives, families went against each other because of tribal differences. That should not happen. And the only way we can do that is to set precedent so that anybody, once state power, go to the ballot box. If you don't win, find something else to do with your life. Try again if there's an opportunity, but never use the barrel of the gun to kill someone for power.
There's a growing wave of drug abuse, substance abuse. We hear in District 9, young people on drugs here like nobody business. What would you do?
Right now, like I said, I've already proposed a bill, 2 bills towards that. One calling for the inclusion of vocational training in grade schools. If our students go to school and graduate from high school, you take 6 years, from 7th grade to 12th grade, learning basic vocational training. When you graduate, you will start to do something with your life in your mind. You will not have an idle mind to go into the ghetto. Also, we propose recently a bill to have a national rehabilitation program that will have a 2-year term, so that drugs users that will go in there will have the opportunity to have skills training programs. And when they're coming up, they will come up with a package with the tools that they need to do their work, and also money to start up their life. And we'll have a national program to that under the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. So we have already proposed a bill to that. So we're hitting the ground running.
Perhaps your last issue, rise in gender-based violence. What could you do?
Firstly, I think, like I proposed to my friends in the House, we should have an allotment in the budget every year of $5 million just to take care of rape. Portion of that money should go towards building a crime lab in every major hospital across the counties. The next is to ensure that we have sensitization and awareness, so that nobody, when you are raped, go to the clinic as is. Don't take back before going to the clinic. Don't destroy the evidence, because you make justice difficult. Also, rape victims should not be allowed to pay money to hospitals, and rape victims should also not be allowed to pay money to the court. The government should take care of that in that same $5 million. And also, those that will use rape as a weapon should also be held responsible for lying on other people.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Phoebe Henrys. Oh, it looks like our woman is gone. Well, it's people's choice to leave at will. Next person, Sivette Gibson. Sivette Gibson is next. In the absence of Rahel Mosul Fode. Thank you, Sivette. Yes, ma'am. You know, when you come to a debate, let me say this. Before that, Sivette, you know, I can understand Liberia. Education on these kinds of things is a problem. When you come to a debate, the room is open all day for that. You don't come and say, I got the other place to go to. Because you got to deal with the people. America, where we all come from, Europe, when you go to debate until it ends, you don't leave. No. So, maybe next time she will stay. Sivette, thank you. Let's put in your 5 minutes so that we can proceed. Sivette, when you're ready, let us know. Are you set? Use the mic, please, to talk to us.
Set.
Thank you, ma'am. Your first issue, I'm very sure, will really come to you, since you look like the only woman now, gender-based violence. Rape. Oh, yeah. You're right. Let's put it in quick. You're right. What? Yes.
Well, it's quite evident that rape is a huge issue in our country. I'm sure you all saw the most recent protests in which one participated in. What I intend on doing, God willing, if we get the house, is ensure that we establish a rape desk in my office to make sure that women, boys, whomsoever is raped, has access to services. What kind of services am I talking about? You know, when people get raped, you gotta buy rape kits. Why must you buy a rape kit? You will have access to the rape kits from my office. You will have access to legal services to make sure that the predator is prosecuted for raping you. That is what we intend on doing with our District Number 9 office when we get in the legislature. Thank you. My time's still going and you're drinking water. And we intend on doing more. As we see from the previous administration, it's unfortunate that we only have one criminal e-court in the Republic, which means that in the rural areas, people do not have access to legal services when they're raped. We are going to make sure that we lobby in the House so that the courts in our country get access to resources from our donors to expand the rape courts throughout the nation.
Let's talk about Liberia's war past. War Crimes Court. What do you think?
Well, I think the War Crimes Court is what we the people choose. I always say that I believe in the bottom-up approach. Because when we get the court here, we are the ones who are going to have to man it. We are the ones who are going to have to face the consequences and repercussions of bringing the court. So if we as the Liberian people choose to bring the court home, we will deal with the court. If we as the Liberian people choose not to bring the court home, I know that there are other ways in which we are going to find
reconciliation. Do you support it? Do you support a war crimes court?
I support whatever is the majority supports.
All right.
Yes.
Next point will be the national referendum. In fact, what is your thought?
The referendum is something that is very questionable at this moment. The women of Liberia have made a submission to the legislature requesting further information on the referendum. Due to insufficient civic education when it comes to the referendum, I'm unable to speak on that topic.
All right, next point will be Muna Pelham's legacy. Do you believe in them?
Oh, absolutely.
You do?
Honorable Youngblood was a friend of mine. She was a very good friend of mine.
Okay.
And I believe Honorable Youngblood did exceptionally well in this district because the residents of District Number 9 voted her in for 2 electoral terms, which means that you must have believed in her agenda. But what I will say to you is Honorable Youngblood has provided an opportunity that did not exist before. And that is the fact that women have access to the legislature. She's given us the opportunity to stand on her shoulders as women to ensure that we ascend to the seats in the legislature. For me, that speaks volumes. She has done well. We intend on doing much when we take over the House in District Number 9. We are going to ensure that we establish, a recreational facility that will be dedicated to Honorable Youngblood. Why do I feel the need to do that? Because to me, she was an exceptional leader. And I've come to do what Muna didn't do and more in District Number 9.
God, you in 100 days, what could be the most important thing that you imagine should and you can do for this place?
Well, you know, again, like I said, my leadership style is not the normal leadership style. I believe in the bottom-up approach, which means that the residents of District Number 9, we're going to sit down on a mat together. We will decide what is it that we find to be important in District Number 9, and that's what we are going to push in the legislature. It is not up to me, Sivette Gibson, to make those decisions. Because if I make those decisions by myself, I'm making those decisions for myself, and not for the people who have pushed me to ascend to the seat in which I represent them.
Electricity is a problem, we understand. And there's so much power outage here. What could you do?
You know, as we all stand here and sit here today, we are ordinary citizens. This is why it is important that you put people inside a house that have capacity to represent you. People who show historically that they are able to deliver. When I get in the house, I will lobby and ensure that residents get access. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. We are happy that our sister has rejoined us. So therefore, she will have her opportunity. Rahel Musufode, welcome. Please take the podium, madam. Rahel Musufode is taking the podium. Thank you, Rahel. Thank you. Hey, shh. The woman is on the floor. Anyone, if you like to take it, take it. Interesting noses. Okay, Rahel. Take it from, yes, enjoy yourself. Right. Shh. Please give Ms. Forde her opportunity. All right, so we are putting in your 5 minutes.
Okay, first off,
please. Give her the opportunity. You want to say something before we enter your time? Can we enter your time?
Sure.
Okay. So, your 5 minutes rolling. And question number 1, gender-based violence. What would you do about it?
Okay, so first off, the way I would like to start off, Mr. Coley, I would like to apologize to you.
Please.
And I would like to apologize to everyone here for walking out. There's a reason why. The reason why is so I could be able to conduct some sort of sobriety within this meeting here.
Okay.
If I did not do what I did, there would be a lot of disturbances, and I do not think that would have been fair to all of the other candidates here, as well as the mediator. So that's the reason why I went out. It's not coming from any other space than that.
Do you want to give her a hand of applause for that? This is very good in the country. Thank you, Rahel. That's really prestigious.
Okay, so now let's get into the question.
Yes, so your question number 1, gender-based violence.
Gender-based violence. This is something that a lot of people are not keeping in consideration when it comes to gender-based violence. There are not only women that are being raped or violated, men are also being raped and violated.
Yes.
Men are also being approached based off of the fact that they do not have opportunity, and you have men or women coming from an upper hand looking to take advantage of those men and women based off of the fact that they do not have what it is that they have. So when it comes to gender-based violence, this is something that should not happen to anybody. I will not stand here and say, oh, women should not be raped, women should not be violated. Men are also being raped, men are also being violated. Next question.
You're right. In the next 100 days, your most important priority issue.
Pardon?
You are not allowing a woman to understand.
I beg you, yeah? Let's understand each other better.
Exactly. Your next 100 days plan. What is the most important thing?
Okay, so when it comes to me getting into office, my first 100 days in the office will constitute of me providing a tangible plan, not to the office, not to the House of Legislature, but to the people themselves. Now, some of you here have no need to speak, not only with you personally, but also with your community leadership, your zoner heads, your block heads. I know the problems of each and every community here. Every block, every home, I've been in some of your houses, I've sat with some of your kids, and when it comes to that, it's not going to make a difference if I'm sitting in the house making a note or a bill. It comes from me sitting with you specifically, knowing what is going on in your home, in your house. So based off of that, that is how I will place and plan my bills. Tangible bills, not words, not plain talking, not series, barely colloquial. All right.
All right, the legacy of Muna Pelham. The legacy of Muna Pelham. Do you remember Muna Pelham?
Pardon?
Do you remember Muna?
I remember her very well.
What good do you remember and what do you want to do about her?
When it comes to the good about Muna Pelham, I was 16 years old. At that time, she was a model and she had just recently became one of the faces of Liberia. Now, for me personally, one of the questions that are here on the debate, is there anything that you would take from your formal representation?
Yes.
That you would take forward, moving forward? Is there anything that you would do that she did before? Aside from the fact that she was always here for the people. She was the youngest person, female person in office. That's something that I would say I would take from her regime. I will be the youngest female. And the third thing, they said that she was always here for the people. You can call her at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., she was there. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., I've been here. I will always be here.
Let's talk about a lot of drugs in this district. Drug abuse. What will you do?
Let you wait now. When it comes to the drugs, I'm also going to mix in prostitution. Drugs and prostitution come from the lack of opportunity.
Right.
When there is no opportunity, you turn to drugs, you turn to prostitution to make a means for yourself to get by. If there is opportunity, which I, Rahel Musufore, will create, there will no longer be a need for you to take it upon yourself to do drugs or prostitute, because you will have what you need to survive and sustain yourself as well as your family, to make this country, this district, a different place.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Rahel Musufore. Last not the least, in fact, on the list, the first, Mela Kataka. Come please, brother. Mela Kataka. Thank you, Mela. Let's converse. Let's clock in your 5 minutes. Mela, if you're ready, let me know, sir.
I'm ready, sir.
All right, Mela and us are moving now. Number one issue, Mela, War Crimes Code, Liberia's war past. Thank you. What will you do?
The issue of Liberia when it comes to war crimes, we have to be very careful. We had this integration. We had warring faction. We had a lot of calamity here. We went to the neighboring country, Ghana. They gave us options. And we chose to say that we should restore justice. That is the TRC. Let us come and make sure we go through the TRC. The TRC is what we chose to make sure we implement in this country. It is there. We have to stand by that. Whatsoever the TRC says, let's try to enforce that. The issue of war crime code, some of the very people, we are Liberian, the very people that committed whatsoever crime you think you want to carry them to court for, the Liberian people have paid them. They are senators, some of them are even higher up than senators. So we need to live here in peace. We know what we wanted. We went to Ghana, and Ghana, we had the options. We did not choose war crime code in Ghana. We choose the TRC. Let's live by the TRC.
Next point, talk about gender-based violence, the issue of rape.
The issue of rape, violence by itself is not entertaining. It's nothing that anybody would want to accept. Absolutely. But people should not abuse the rape law. The issue of rape is saddening. But I believe that the law of rape is very harsh. It's very harsh. I say the speaker just left from here. The concentration of rape is only on women, but men too can be raped. It has happened. So what we are saying is that violence is not anything for us to entertain. We should not accept it, but we have to make sure that the rape law becomes moderate to the extent that we all will be able to live with it, and people will not capitalize on that to just infringe on other people's rights. You get a lot of people in jail for nothing. They will tell you, say, oh, they rape you, and there's no bond, there's nothing. You'll be in jail until the case go on. We don't have sufficient prosecutor. The government will be keeping you there. So we have to be flexible on the rape law.
Do we want to remember Muna Youngblood? What she did here, what can you do to remember her?
Muna was a sister to me, a junior sister. What I remember about her and I cherish is the peace that existed between she and myself here. I am from the Unity Party. I contested on the Unity Party ticket. She's from the CDC. She contested on the CDC party. And those are at the time, they were the leading political parties that could have created tension anywhere. But district number 9, I'm on record, there was no tension. She's a Cali sister. She was a Cali sister. I will take the phone, I call her. I say, sister, what are you doing? You are proceeding wrongly. She will say, big brother, yeah, let me do it like this. Then later I will accept the advice. So the relationship between she and myself was very cordial. and I appreciate it to the extent that even when she passed, I went to the mother to sympathize with them. She was a great lady, a young person coming up that will show and demonstrated to other young people that you can count on me, you can look at me, what I'm doing, you can also do it. So I respect her for that.
Talk about the national referendum. In fact, what do you think should happen?
The issue of the national referendum is just capital no for me.
Wow.
No in capital letters. You know, Liberia, people want to use our people unnecessarily to perpetuate themselves. The referendum we're talking about, John Kwali, if you ask in a hall, majority of the people don't even know what you're talking about, what you want to change. I have been one of the person to extend that our people.
Sorry for that, sir. All right, so I will expect you for segment 4, because after this segment is your time. If you disturb this segment, we'll cut it off. This is going to be a great one. Candidates facing each other in questions and answers. This one is good. All right. This segment is inter-candidates questions and answers, Q&A. Oh, they're not Pinsville debate here. Oh, they debate. When you listen to the replay, you will enjoy yourself. So you listen to each other. You got boon to pick with each other. You got 2 questions each to a person and a reporter. For example, somebody says A, and you don't agree with the A, you say, I don't agree with it. This is so 2 questions and 1 no or yes in reporter. Who has question first? 2 questions. For who? Anybody? Fubi? You got any question for Kataka? Kataka, anything for Sa? Sibet? Your friend will not go again. You got so, anybody? Fubi Henrys. Fubi Henrys to who? Who? Oh no! I told you, listen to me. If you disturb this session, we'll pack off and go. You in particular, you've been making noise up there. I'm eyeing you. We'll ask you down. That will be your last time. Fubi, your question to who? Mela Karaka, please come to the man. Face each other. Mela Karaka and Fubi Henrys. I need a picture. Mela Karaka, hello sir. Mela, even though you need to face the man for our purpose. Thank you. Mela Karaka and Fubi to Mela Karaka. Question number 1.
Yeah, okay, so my point is firstly to prove that my big brother doesn't understand what the Accra Comprehensive Peace Agreement stated on the issue of the War Crimes Code. The Accra Comprehensive Peace Agreements established the TRC.
No question. Hello, yes.
Yeah, and gave the TRC a mandate to come up with recommendations. So I want him to clearly tell us what his understanding of the CPA that was sounding a crowd. We got into the War Economic Crime School debate.
Thank you very much, my brother. The concern here has to do with moving ahead with your tail more than your head. Your head supposed to be ahead of you, but your tail you want to pull it ahead of your head. The issue of Accra was intended to bring peace to Liberia. And in the Accra Peace Agreement, there were options. The options were the TRC. And the TRC, whatsoever recommendation that comes from there, we the Liberian people will be able to accept it. So we consider it. What were some of the recommendations? Some of the recommendations, even at the time, my own policy, Madam Saleh, was considered not to contest. But was it accepted? We said no. The agent happened deliberately. She took the case to the court. The Supreme Court of Liberia. And the court said, hello, the committee or the commissioner proceeded wrongly. So on the basis of that, whatever recommendation they made at the time, I started trying to get Marasai and other people out, will not be sustained. So we cannot come back to say that we're going to invoke the issue of war crime court when we had the option to have accepted it. In South Africa, there was war. Rwanda, there was war. They gave the people options. The international community will tell you which one of the processes or which one of the procedure you want to resolve your issue. We said TRC. Thank you, Junior brother.
Question number 2. Yes, sir?
No, he just confirmed that he doesn't understand the topic. So
You okay? Shake his hand. Mila, you got a question for him? Is okay? Anybody else with a question, Sivat, for anybody? No? Any question? No? Please. Edmond KK Lloyd. Edmond Lloyd is arriving for question.
my question is to
Hey!
Sivet Gibson.
Sivat, you still gotta come. M on KPP, right? KPP. M on KPP Lloyd to Sivet Gibson. Debate 2020. Thank you. District number 9.
All right, welcome.
Right.
What's your contribution to this district outside the political arena?
All right.
Outside of the political arena.
Yes, what's your contribution to this district?
You know, I would say that I have been fortunate to serve in 2 capacities in our republic. One was when I was at the Monrovia City Corporation, and I worked with Mary Grove. And I'm sure you can recall that we did countless projects in the city of Monrovia, in which District number 9 were direct beneficiaries of those projects because of my pre-existing relationship with Honorable Youngblood. We move on to my term as mayor in the city of Painesville, in which I did the same. And to today's date, you still have residents of District number 9 that are under the employ of the Painesville City Corporation. Those are my direct and indirect contributions to the district.
Question number 2.
No.
Rebuttal?
Yes.
Okay.
I ask you, outside the political arena means outside the political arena and outside government. What is your contribution as an individual to the people of District number 9?
Thank you.
I'm not asking what you did when you were in governmental positions.
No problem. You see, I want to explain something to us. As I said, Honorable Youngblood was not just somebody on the side of the road to me. That was my friend. And as my friend, I don't undermine my friend then. You don't undermine your friend? Me, I don't undermine my friend then. My friend sat in that position for 2 terms, in which I assisted her from the background to ensure that District Number 9 were beneficiary of projects. But let's just talk about what I have done since her demise. I'm sure you all know that our campaign headquarters is an old Eating Water Yard, the AGC school. Sure. Do you know what we have done recently? We have collaborated with AGC to ensure that children that are disenfranchised within the community get access to scholarships. Sure. That is what we are doing now. I say thank you.
Do you have a question or two?
I have nothing.
You okay?
Young man.
Are you
Thank
good?
you.
All right, sir. For who? Oh, for Sylvain? Oh, yeah, Sylvain's a girl. Okay. Thank you, Robert, Sir Robert, to Sylvain Gibson. Thank you.
My question is very sensitive, but it's a friendly question. I just want to know from Sylvain whether your scholarship is a political scholarship or not.
Oh no, absolutely. My scholarship will not be a political scholarship. As you all know, I am an independent candidate. And believe it or not, at our headquarters, we have people that are contributing to us from all political parties. So I am not one-sided, I am independent. And we will ensure that children that meet the criteria to get the scholarship will receive it.
Okay, since it is not a political scholarship, when did it start and how far are you with it?
As I said, AGC and I recently had discussions. And as we are going into this new school year, residents in District Number 9 are going to be beneficiaries of the scholarship.
Thank you. Sylvain, any?
I have nothing for the young man.
No? Nothing. Any more? Mila, you got a question for who? For me? Sylvain, don't get it. No, you're asking that. No, you're asking for me. No, you release. Thank you. Thank you, baby.
Thank you. This is the
Question. Listen to Mila Kabakesi. Mila, yes, your question.
Thank you.
Mila Karakato Fubi Henrys.
Dear brother Fubi, I'm a friendly parents. How do you feel to be decorated as a representative for a constituent political parties or a group that form several political parties without endorsement, without any satisfactory, acceptable formula laid down from the free work document, and you stay proud to be moving around in the district? That's my question.
Stand up for answer. Hey, listen to Fubi.
Yeah, so fellow electorates of District Number 9, I want to let you know that I am the CPP candidate representing the Unity Party, the Liberty Party, the ALP, and the Alternative National Congress. I am the official representative of the 4 parties in District Number 9, and I feel very good being on the party. And let me let you know that if you talk about lawmaking, one of the strengths of a lawmaker is how to lobby. So if a little CPP nomination, you couldn't lobby to get it. How good, how better it is that when you are elected, you will lobby for the interest of the people. I have shown you beyond all reasonable doubt, with all the CPP ticket, and I'm very proud of that.
Why there was no endorsement, sir?
Do you have a rejection?
Think I'm saying, why was there no endorsement? The question.
We're not hearing the man.
If the issue is, if you were accepted by consensus.
What are you guys doing here? Miller.
No endorsement.
Hey, Miller. Hello? You either back off or we close. You either back off or we close. We are counting from 1 to 4. The noise can't cease, we close. 1, 2, 3. Miller, your question.
Yes. The second part of the question is, assuming that you love it, which is part of our arrangement, that is the framework document. Why will you endorse as a candidate for the CPP?
The first thing I told you and all your guys, you did a good job by running my campaign to be on the CPP ticket. And like I said, to one of your boys, the hole you dug for me, I don't need to be endorsed. I needed to be a consensus candidate. And I told you from day one that I was not going to primary with anybody, and I was going to love it to get the nomination for the CPP ticket based on consensus. Consensus is the very first option. We have three processes. The first option is consensus building.
Thank you.
Second option.
Thank you. Is that good? 2 of you back off. Okay. Shh. Hey, you gotta talk to your people, Phoebe. Hey! Untitled Debates today, District number 9, Monserrato, Debate 2020 is taking a break to be back, and we are back today with the candidates of District number 9 present. Now it will be your time. The last segment. If you make noise, we just shut this one down. We may not need you. We may not need you. This man, thank you. Who is your question for? Sit down. If you don't sit down, you will not be recognized. Your time. All right. No, I finished. No more question. Their time finished. My man, hey, boss man, you lay by our rule here or you leave. Come, sir. Come right here. Thank you. Bring it down to your level. Enjoy yourself. Don't let power be in the country too much. Who your question for? One question to one person. That's it. Oh,
my question goes to the illegal CPP candidate, Mr. Fubi Henry.
Again, I will ask you to be respectful. Call the person's name, forget about the illegality. Who do you want to talk to?
My question goes to Mr. Fubi Henry.
Good. Fubi, come to the man. You are not a law. How you can't tell people you're not going to tell? You quote? All right, listen. Who are you? Move back. Police, move the man. Move the man. Police, move the man. All right. Go ahead, Bob.
Mr. Henry, I followed your presentation and you consistently made one error about proposing a bill. I am aware cognizant of the fight as a former employee of the Capitol building in both houses. An ordinary individual cannot propose a bill, but rather petition your representative. But you yes into an error twice when you took all this position and you proposed a bill. Now, all those who propose bills, sponsor or co-sponsor bill at the level of the legislature, names are being posted on a bulletin at the legislature. We have never captured or measured your name for your clean proposed bill. And you talk about the proposed bill.
What is your question? Your question. Quick. Hear it. Your question.
I'm going to the question. You are one of those who contributed immensely to the drug abuse attended in the country, in this district, by virtue of your program project in 2017, thereby giving scholarship to school-going kids here. And now she's still a scholarship right out
Your question,
out of school. How can you reconcile the proposal of this bill for the preparation of vocational school, and how can you reconcile the proposal of bill for the front of the welcome for the Capitol building? Thank you very much.
Come back. Stand with a man.
Sometimes when young guys profess to know more, they talk plenty. You have synonyms and you can choose whatever preference you want to use. Proposing bill, petition in the House. At the end of the day, you are pushing serious legislation to the House, and that's the most important thing. So I expect you to understand that as a young man. And the issue of scholarship. I, Fubi Henry, is the only person on record for having the biggest scholarship in District number 9. I have paid over $4 million as scholarship and tuition aid to students in the district, both vocational and private schools and academics. I have come to Lmdi International 2016. I have students there and I pay all their fees. Go to LORC, I have students there and pay all their fees. Go to Mary M. Chismore, I have students there and pay all their fees. Go to AM for Fana, I have students that pay all their fees. Go to Congress, I have students that pay all their fees. Go to Philip Preparatory School, go to SIMA, go to Barnes Foundation, go to Georgie Simon, go to Board of Education, go to Children's College.
Thank you.
All those schools have records.
Thank you very much. You go back up. Oh, please, go back. Way in the back. That man is not noisy, so he will come. You are noisy here. You, the man in the back, yes. Once you make noise here, you will not call you. But not you. Go back. The man from there, from outside there. That's the man coming there. You noisy people will not talk here. As long as you're making noise, you will not come. What the man from back there? That's not you. Somebody here was out there. It's a lady? Now come. Where is the lady? Now you? But where you come from this side? What can I look at it? All right. Who you want to talk to?
Thanks for the opportunity. So my name is Mega Yenebo. I am a resident of Omatari and I have resided in District number 9 for over 23 years. So my question goes to Ms. Sivet.
Sivet, come to your constituent. Sivet gets in with a constituent here. Duke of Debate 2020, District number 9. Sivet Gibson facing a constituent. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Sivet Gibson. So I sat there in my comfortable seat and I listened to you lamenting on issues affecting young people in Liberia, most especially District number 9, how you have contributed out of the district. So my question is, you talk about you undermining the late Honorable Mona Youngblood as a friend. She was a representative of this district, and being a representative, you would have done so many development within the district. How can the late Mona panel be a representative of this district stop you as an individual, a genuine individual, or humanity from helping to face challenges within District number 9?
Thank you. You know, I think the answer is very clear when it comes to that. I simply stated that the fact that my friend sat in the role, sat in that position, and it was her responsibility to do things of that nature, I refuse to undermine her in the process. Do you know the number of things that we did in District Number 9? Let me go into them. Let me stop you. Do you know what kind of employment opportunities we supplied in District Number 9 for young people? Do you know what kind of community-based enterprises were established in District Number 9 that have full structures? There were many. We did much in District Number 9. And I'm pleased to stand here and say I'm proud of what I did with the late Honorable Youngblood.
Thank you. Back up. Goodbye. So from that cycle, we'll take this man with a bag. Thank you. Take it easy. Hey, Chief, look at me. When you can't hear, you relax. Don't get fed with nobody here.
Thank you very much. Thank
Yes,
you very much. My question is for Honorable B. Mela Kataka. But firstly,
Mr. Kataka, B. Mela Kataka, he's on his way. Wait for him.
yes, Ian Marsh.
Wait for him. He's speaking to human being. All right.
Thank you very much. I listened to all of the platform here, and then you intimated to us as resident of Electoral District Number 9 that you are the doing politician, and when you define the word doing, it's talking about being very developmentally oriented, being flexible, and push the agenda of the people. So I want you to tell this body, resident of Electoral District Number 9, what are some of your tangibles and how did you contribute to human resource capacity in Electoral District Number 9?
Thank you, Miller.
Thank you very much. That's a brilliant question. In the first place, I am a teacher.
Take it down now. We don't need it. Take it down.
During the heart of the war, I would say, NGOs were here. They decided to fund people, even high school graduates. But we were at the University of Nigeria, where I used to walk from Fairmont to LU. But we chose not to go to NGOs, but to impact the knowledge to our younger generation. I was teaching with the MTSS, where I became Executive Secretary of the Teacher Association. So we contributed to the human resource development of this country. Minus that, we went to government. I served as Assistant Minister, Ministry of Land, and the Ministry of Transport, Land and Rail. From that position, we were able to give a job facility to young people in the district. They are still here. We also went beyond that. So our interest is not only based on the young people. Even when it comes to the community, they want community within District Number 9, our marks are there. We don't just want to be bragging. They are there. Even all the people sitting on the platform here, including my junior brother for me, he know about it. Right? So that he can call me and say, big brother, they think it will be bad. Forget it. So they are aware. The other thing is that we have to set precedent. What we believe in is the law, the rule of law. It should protect everybody. If anybody try to go against it, we have to challenge that particular situation. So we are here for you. We continue to be here for you. Thank you very much.
All right, next question. This man, yes. Your luck. From this man, we will take, you know, Austin, not possible. We'll come and wait for you here. Mama, go ahead.
Thank you very much. My program is on Kalaka. I'm J. Aratus Lakon.
Kataka, the man for you again. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Mela B. Kataka. This is my question. You are seeking for the position of representation. Now, in the House we have 73 lawmakers. and you are a part of the four collaborating political party, if you cannot lobby it to get on the ticket of the four party, how do you lobby in the house amongst of the three men to get this agenda push?
Thank you very much. The House of Representatives has rules and procedure. The four collaborating political parties do have rules and procedure. Our rules and procedure within the CPP has been violated greatly. This is why we throw it to our GM brother. He's a GM brother. I love him, I like him, but we have to set the record straight. What our framework says, the first thing is that you have to go through what? Enrichment negotiation. That you call lobby it. You lobby with the other constituent political parties. When that is done, it is agreed upon, you have what called endorsement. Endorsement. When that is not possible, then you go through the process of VPS, voter perception survey. The way the voters think, you get that report. If any of the constituent political party refuse, the last area is primary. It is the primary that we all were yearning for. The lady sitting here from Lmdi Party was thinking about primary. So I was almost surprised, and I will say here, all of the constituent political parties will be the CPP registered on the last day. That is the 16th. The 16th. I was the last person. Right? So it's not about lobbying. The issue of lobbying, everybody lobby, there was no agreement.
So would you be able to lobby in the
My
House?
question is,
Excuse me. Would you be able to do that, sir?
Very well, very well.
Thank you. Back up. Thank you. Goodbye. That's it. Thank you. Simple as that. Yes. This man is from upstairs. That your owner representative is. Yeah.
Hello. I'm Ishmael Wonder and my
Upstairs, my man. You come from upstairs, you know like that?
I'm Ishmael Wonder and my cousin directly to Mila Kananga.
Oh, that Mila again? Mila, you the man. Well, I'm not bending that one.
What is that? You first thing I want to say that there is no CPP candidate in this house. And 2017, you run on the Unity Party ticket. Now you know the Liberty Party ticket.
Unity Party
ticket. And for now you are going
but how you acting like you want to fight the man?
And for now you are going on independent. As an independent. So can you state to us what makes you to go on independent as an independent?
Yeah, it's very clear. As I said, the first person that asked me, that's where I was going. The CPP reached to a point for district number 9, and the advisory council, the higher decision-making body, said that everybody should go as independent candidate.
Okay.
Right? So on the basis of that, but you know the CPP is structured in a way that 8 months for each constituent political party to showcase their leadership ability. The first person, and let me say proudly, that I respect, Mr. Ure, he was able to make sure that he took the CPP from where it is for everybody to also make the document. He worked very hard to make sure that we find ourselves where we are. Then it came to ANC, it's a commis, right? It's to implement the document that we have. So they reached an agreement where there was no consensus, where there was no need for primary, that all of the constituent political parties should go an independent candidate. Mangwese is right here. Sylvia Casey is from Liberty Party, she went an independent candidate. So overnight, the brother needs office. And we raise issue. So raise it, they appear in their meeting, and what was a defense? The defense was they are already happy with what.
So do you say you were duped? Do you say you were duped?
Now not use the issue of dupe. I'm saying I was not well represented in terms of our agreement.
Thank you.
So on the basis of that, we decided to set.
Thank you very much, Mila. The woman, please. The woman count down to 0 from 5, number 1. Or number 5, sorry, number 5.
By way of introduction, I'm Kete Yamakabo, a resident of the district number 9. And my question goes to the Honorable Sivet Gibson.
Sivet, your constituent. Number 5, count down to 0. Remember, we're counting down to 0. You better hear that one. Quickly, your question, baby. But you're looking vexed, so. You vexed? Relax yourself now.
Our Honorable Sivet Gibson, you once told us that when you were the city mayor working in Peaceville, you worked with the youth and did other good things in Peaceville. So now, the way you hear now, if we elect you as the representative within district number 9, all of those good things you talk about, will you still continue to do it? That's my question.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, the woman is on the floor. That's a good question. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
All right.
These are the things that are on my agenda. Youth empowerment and youth employment. We have to find innovative ways to employ our young people. We have to find ways to help our market women to become entrepreneurs. Have our own man then 1 bitter ball turn into 10 bitter ball. That's what we need to do in the district to empower our women. We have to make sure that we protect our children by establishing child advocacy rights. We have to ensure that we have places, safe places for our children to go to. There's much to do in our district.
Thank you.
All of my, and I'm not finished.
You ought to be finished by now.
All of my connections that I have
this was a yes or no question.
Are going to come to district number 9 and make district number 9 the best district in the Republic of Liberia. But before I leave the floor, I would like to say one last thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all are aware, but when I sit in that chair and you vote me in to become representative of district number 9, I am going to ensure 50% of my salary is returned to the communities in district number 9, so that we build better communities.
All right, thank you, Sivet.
Thank you.
Man with a beret, man with a beret, man with a red beret. Thank you, Sivet. Right.
Thank you.
Who are you talking to?
Fubi Heron.
Fubi and Rest. Fubi and Rest. We are almost finished. Count down to 0 from 5, number 4.
You went on your Facebook page informing the Liberians and the world at large that absolutely there will be no face of the CPP candidate in district number 9 senatorial representative by election. But unfortunately, today you are telling us that you are the face of the CPP ticket. How do you expect us to trust you?
Thank you.
First thing, like I said, it was your wish that the CPP didn't feel candidate in district number 9.
It's not my wish, it was a saying.
Hey, when you ask questions, you wait. You don't argue with a man. Thank you.
It was a wish that the CPP didn't feel candidate in district number 9. And I also posted that what was your motive that in a sensitive by-election like district number 9, that the CPP will sit and don't want to feel candidate. So, let me let you guys know, like I said before, you guys went around, when you go into the market, when you see the market woman selling her bunny, she doesn't say, don't buy the pig feet. She can ring the bell over her bunny and say, buy your bunny, buy your bunny. The energy you guys use to sell Fubi hundreds and keep up with all kind of derogatory lies about Fubi hundreds didn't help you. Because at the end of the day, we forcefully pushed and lobbied for the CPP to carry a candidate in district number 9. At a point, it came to CPP didn't want to field a candidate, but we went back on the drawing board. There were 5 candidates that came for the slots.
How can you don't say a word? You can't do that.
5 candidates.
Take the mic from the man. Get the mic.
There were 5 candidates that came for the CPP slots. The first candidate to withdraw was one of our guys. He's not here today. He decided to go independent. The next candidate decided and registered on the Rainbow Alliance. The third candidate withdrew and declared that she was going.
Please close. What's your closing comment?
Yeah, that she was going independent. And the Unity Party called Melo Kataka and told him that we will now support you in district number 9. We are giving district number 9 to ANC. On the 15th of October, he released a press release and said he was going independent. And Fubi Hendricks was the only candidate left on the drawing board for the structure.
Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Untitled Debate has come to a close today. We want to say thanks to all of you. Goodbye from here. Thank you very much.